Meet Matilda, the latest special snowflake Ulma Iron Man to grace the plane of Gillinor. Join her on the adventure of a lifetime as she aims to conquer the numerous challenges standing in her way. The goal of the first season of the new Ultimate Iron Man challenge is to defeat the demonic tree spirit that has been terrorizing Matilda's hometown of Entrana for centuries. She is the One Chunk Woman. Hey guys, it's Lonnie here and welcome to my new Old School RS channel and to my new series that I'm actually going to be doing on it. So this is a new YouTube channel, but I'm no stranger to YouTube. I've done it previously before, but I thought I'd pick it up again. So I'm here today to bring you a new Old School RS challenge. So before I get started of talking to you about what this challenge is, I'm going to introduce you to my character here. So this is Matilda. Now that will make a little bit of a sense once I explain what this challenge is. But first of all, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know that I am an Ultimate Iron Man and I am on Entrana. Now, I'll explain this because it's all grey here. I'll explain that later. But first of all, I wanted to let you know that obviously I'm an Ultimate Iron Man, so I have no access to a bank. I cannot trade, and I have cleaned all my inventory out of all my stuff that I got from Tutorial Island. So first of all, I'm going to go over to the glass blower tutor. Now, so what we're doing here, guys, is we are doing a challenge. Okay, yeah, that's fine. No, actually, yeah, because he's going to give me a free bucket, and I want that, actually. So we are going to be doing, there we go. We are going to be doing a challenge called the One Chunk at a Time Challenge, or the One Chunk Man challenge, or in this case, One Chunk Woman. Basically, what that challenge is, if I take you to my mini-map, the world, so I've got a plugin for Ruin Light, courtesy of a Discord channel, which I'll advertise in a minute, which breaks up my map into like world tile chunks. So like the RuneScape world is broken up to this isn't what the plugin's done, it's just allowed me to see how it's been broken up. And I will only have access to certain chunks, and there will be goals within those chunks, and then there'll be special requirements before I can move onto a different chunk. So I've decided to start off here in Entrana, and we need to actually go over to the north and start picking up some seaweed, because we will be needing to raise our crafting level before we can actually move on to a different chunk. So this challenge, where is she going? She got, please tell me she's, can she not go through them trees? Oh no, that's gonna be so annoying. Okay, so this, oh, she can? No, she can't. All right, so this challenge is was made by a person on YouTube called Puka Guy, I believe. His YouTube channel and his series will be linked in the description below. And the plugin that I am using is a custom plugin, so it's not originally on Ruinlight, but the custom plugin is courtesy of his Discord channel. Some nice people in there made this plugin so it's easy to do the challenge and keep track of what you're doing. So as you can see here, I don't have access to this chunk, so it's actually grayed out. So it makes it a little bit easier to see where I'm allowed to go and where I'm not allowed to go. So in order to move on to a different chunk, I need to complete all the content that I possibly can on this part of the chunk. So normally you start off in Lumbridge, however I wanted to be a little bit different, and I wanted to start off in Entrana. So on Entrana we've got trees we can cut, we've got fish we can gather, and we've also got glass. Oh please, I hope this bear doesn't try and kill me. Please don't attack me. Okay, I think it's gonna be friendly. Okay, yeah, I think we're okay. Just don't hit it. So yeah, we've got fish we can gather, we've got trees to cut, and we have seaweed that we can cross into molten glass. Now, I said we've got trees to cut. Technically, you can cut these trees on Entrana. However, we don't have access to an axe. We can get an axe from the zombies below in the dungeon. However, you can't get back up. So that's not going to work. So that's something we're actually going to have to come back and do later on when we have access to an axe. Now, we can also do some fishing. However, I can't get a small fishing net from Entrana. Like I said, I've dropped all of my stuff So I don't have access to a small fishing net until we get to Port Sarim. So we're also going to have to come back and do that. So my goal at the moment is 31 crafting. Now the reason why I'm going to be getting 31 crafting is because, if I can find the quest, my goal is to complete Lost City. So I need 31 crafting and 36 wood cutting. So that is my goal for Entrana. Once I hit 31 wood cutting, I'll be moving on. And, sorry, 31 crafting, I'll be moving on to Port Sarim. And then I think hopefully we'll be able to come back and train our wood cutting. So I need to gather some sand here and then cook the seaweed, and then I can make it into molten glass. Now once I make the molten glass, I can sell it to the glass blowing tutor, who will pay me 20 GP per glass. And then that will allow me to... Actually, do I need that right now? No, I don't. I'll drop that. But I need to cook my seaweed, though. So we can do that. So the glass blowing tutor will pay me 20 GP per molten glass. And we're going to buy some more buckets. So we're going to get this process a little bit quicker. Now, while I'm doing this, I'm just going to read out the rules. So that in this first episode... Even though I'm breaking this series up into seasons, do we need to go to the furnace? I think it's the furnace. Yeah. I'll be breaking this series up into seasons. This is technically season 1, but I'm kind of classing Entrana Chunk as... is this going to work? Yeah, nice. I'm kind of classing this as a prologue, but this is technically season 1. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to open up the rules, and I'm just going to explain why I mindlessly do this. So, area restriction. So this is the rules that's created by Puka Guy. He says, so our rules, the area restriction rules, as like I said, Puka Guy writes these, says limited to within the boundaries of all locked overworld chunks and unlocked underground areas. So in our case, the overground class as Entrana, I'm just interested, does this get this? How much XP does this get us? Okay, so 20 crafting XP, okay. So, limited to within the boundaries of all unlocked world chunks and unlocked underground areas. All the rules can be found in the description of this video if you're interested in reading it for yourself. So when it says unlocked underground areas, that also that basically means if we come into a chunk where there's an underground, we have access to all of the underground section. However, if there's an exit which goes into a chunk that we haven't unlocked, you cannot exit out that way. You have to exit the way you come in. So, for example, the underground on Entrana, we can go underground through the means of Entrana. However, the other exit, which is the only exit of the underground area, we can... Oh, 2 crafting, get in. We cannot go down there because the only other exit is the wilderness, and we haven't unlocked the wilderness yet. So, apparently, this guy can... Wait, what is that? Can he buy... Oh, yes. So, I want to sell this. 100 pieces. Yeah. So the reason why I want to buy or sell that is because I want to come over here and I want to go... Where's the farmer? Is it this guy? I want to buy a rake, and the reason why I want to buy a rake is because there's a farming patch here. Now, I haven't included farming as a requirement for this area because farming is a little bit weird. This is a very new challenge and the rules are very arbitrary. They're very difficult. So the way that Puka was playing this challenge is that if there's a hob patch in your chunk, that means you have to get to the earliest hob patch level, which is 3, which in this case is not difficult. But if the first patch you come in contact with is a tree patch, that's quite difficult because you'd have to get a higher farming level, and if you've only got the means of raking, that's going to take a while, and that's a lot of XP just getting through raking, so that it's very difficult when it comes to farming. However, I haven't included it on this section, but I will be trying to gain as many farming levels as I possibly can. So I'm going to quickly go ahead and drop these weeds while I can here. And I want to buy some compost. Can I? Yes. So I want compost. And the reason why I want compost is because I can use it one time on this patch. And that will give me some more farming XP. And then I can also use the bucket for sand, which I can then use to make my molten glass. So I'm going to grab one more. Great. And then I'm going to empty that because we don't need it. So I'm going to chuck that down here out of the way because we don't need to focus on that. And let's go get some more seaweed. Anyway, back to the rules. So that's the first rule that we've spoke about. The next one says chunks and their boundaries extend infinitely upwards. So basically, we can go up a ladder of any chunk. Underground areas are not limited by chunks, but rather accessible areas without using transportation, which means what I said, if you can go into a dungeon, you can go in and out that way, but you can't go out another area that you haven't unlocked that chunk for. Cannot use teleports or transport methods unless both start and end of the transport are unlocked. For example, I can't teleport to Varrock from Entrana because I haven't unlocked Varrock yet. No interaction with anything outside of unlocked area is allowed, even if performed from inside the unlocked area. So if I didn't have the cow pen unlocked within Lumbridge and I was in Al Kharid, I wouldn't be able to use Telegrab to get the cow hides if I would killed the cow over the fence. That is not allowed. Now, completing chunks. A chunk is considered complete when all of the following criteria are met. All new best in slot drops, shop items, rewards must be obtained and equipped for all 3 combat styles. Now, bearing in mind these rules were created for a Iron Man account, I'm going to change it up a little bit for my Ultimate Iron Man because I don't really want to run around with lots of different equipment in inventory because inventory space is precious. I've never worked with an Ultimate Iron Man before, so as well as learning this challenge, I'm learning how to play this account properly. I'll be earning the best in slot items for the current combat method I'm using, and then I'll come back at a later date if I need that equipment for whatever reason. When it comes to rewards, that means minigames. I will complete the minigames and I will collect the rewards. However, I will only do that for rewards that I absolutely need or I deem that I need to skill or whatever seems necessary, basically. So I'm not going to just gather rewards for the sake of it because, again, I've got nowhere to store them. Possibly until I get a POH. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. All possible quests have progressed so far as they can. So if I started off in Lumbridge, I would have to start Cook's Assistant. But however, I couldn't complete it there because I wouldn't have all the chunks unlocked in Lumbridge to access all of the items. All possible diary tasks have been completed in the lowest difficulty. I'm not going to worry about that one right now because I'm not 100% sure if Entrana is included with any of these diaries. Maybe Falador ones, but I'm going to wait until we unlock kind of all of the chunks of a particular diary area to focus on those. That's probably going to be a little bit easier. All active skilling challenges that are possible have to be completed. If an active skilling challenge is a repeat or lower tier of one completed previous without boosting, it is not required to do it again in every new chunk that appears. So if we unlock an oak tree, for example, we have to be able to cut that oak tree before we can move on. And all skilling guilds must be entered. So as I said before, the goals for this area is to get 31 crafting because my goal for season 1 is to complete the Lost City quest. So once I hit 31 crafting, I'll be able to move out of Entrana. Now there's some little information about best in slot determination within the rules. I don't think I'm going to really use that because, as I said, best in slot is going to be a bit difficult for me because I'm an Ultimate Iron Man. So I'm just going to deem best in slot as what I personally think best in slot is within the area. So, for example, if I need a piece of mage gear that a particular monster drops, then obviously that's going to be my best in slot, and I'm going to need to go get it. So, for an Ultimate Iron Man, that's probably going to change quite often. My weeds need raking again. I'm just going to do this whenever I can. So, unlocking chunks. When a chunk is completed, the chunk unlocking process begins. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to do this once we actually get to that point, because right now it doesn't really matter. But basically what happens is, if I go ahead and show you my map, we're here on Entrana. Technically, I should have only unlocked this chunk, but there's hardly any land here, so I just went ahead and unlocked that one. So I will probably ignore this area here because there's no way of me actually getting over there because the other chunks are unlocked. So I'm probably going to I don't need to do it this time because I'm going to go straight to Port Sarim. But once I've done Port Sarim, I will unlock this chunk, this chunk, this chunk, and this chunk. And to be able to unlock one of these, I will have to give them each a number, and then I'll roll that number on a random number generator such as random.org, for example, and then whichever number we actually get, then that will be the chunk that I will unlock. So there's a little bit of variation and randomness with this challenge, so everyone's challenge is going to be very different, and everyone's going to come up with different challenges to overcome and difficulties. So some may get lucky and have easier times with this challenge, and some may have more difficult challenges. So I think it's really good because everyone can sort of have a go at the challenge, and they will have different outcomes of the challenge. So that's really awesome. So still making molten glass here. Very slow process, but it's the only way we can get our crafting up on Untrana. I'm level 2 at the moment. I'm 14 XP away, so I'd make one more molten glass, and then that should be able to get me level 2, which is exciting and awesome. Now I've already thought ahead of this challenge that we go level 3. I've already thought ahead on this challenge. I was going to allow myself to have a small fishing net and a fly fishing rod. However, I know that I can get them pretty quickly when we get to Port Sarim, so I wasn't going to bother with that. I thought we'd just not skip it, but we'd come back to that requirement. But we wouldn't be able to move on from Port Sarim until we came back to Entrana to do those requirements. Now, I was going to think that I would have to be able to kill I think the unicorn or the bear is the highest monster on this. Oh, 4 crafting, nice. Who's this guy? Can't believe there's actually people in Entrana, that's crazy. I was going to challenge myself and force myself to either kill the bear or the unicorn before moving on. However, there's no real need for that because they don't drop any like best in slot stuff. I think the unicorn drops the horn and bones, and then the bear drops fur, meat, and bones. I could go ahead and train crafting, but I believe it's only level. Sorry, not crafting, cooking. I believe it's only level 1 cooking, and we already have level 1 cooking to cook bear meat, so it's really pointless, and there's absolutely no need to do that. But when we come back here to do fishing, I will be training up my cooking as well, because we might as well get it up. There's going to be no. Well, I think the requirement to cook salmon, because that's the best we can catch here, is 20. But I believe our fishing will outweigh that anyway. We'll have to make that a bit more clearer when I get to that. I'm going to start putting the skill requirements or our goals on the screen at the beginning of each new chunk, so we can clearly see what we need to aim for at the beginning of each chunk. So that's going to be super helpful. And that's 5 crafting. Fantastic. Really slow process, as you can see here, but we need to get to 31. It should start getting a little bit quicker once we get more buckets, because we'll do less runs to the sand pit. But I might be able to sell some glass, actually. I don't know. We'll do this run and then we'll get some more buckets. So my goal for this challenge is I'm hoping it's going to be quite a chatty series. So if you're not into that, it might not be for you. But I'm hoping to put each chunk into one whole video. So it might not be for you. But if you want to stick along and join me for this challenge, I'd be really appreciative, and I'm really looking forward to it. Can I just sell these like glasses individually? I don't want to sell like all of them at once, because it's going to be a lot quicker when we start putting these glasses into using the blowpipe on them. I don't want to sell them all at once. Can I drop some? Can I pick them up though? Oh, okay, I can. Right, let me drop some and then I'll pick them back up, because I don't want to sell all of them. Let me just sell these little few and then we can get some more buckets. 100, okay. So that gets us like 2. Wait, did I sell that or did I say no? Yes, sell it. Okay, that gets us like 100 bucks. Okay, we probably need some more. Let's pick these up. We'll just sell them. bucket is 35, and I need half an inventory is 14, minus 3 is 11, so 35 times 11 gives me 385. Okay. So I need 385 GP to get all of my buckets that I need. So that's like 3 more molten glass? Oh, damn, we're still short. This should be like 2 more, maybe? Let's get get some more sand. Yeah, so once we got our buckets, this should be a lot faster because we can stop selling the molten glass and we can go ahead and use the glass blowing pipe, which will give us more XP. So that'll be really awesome. Right, let's run back over and then hopefully we'll have enough money. Yes, sell that. Oh, actually, let me make one more. There we go. Sell this. Hopefully that's enough. Yes, right, let's run to the gardener and we can grab some more compost. So I went ahead and picked up some more seaweed and I got all my buckets now. So that's really cool. I just wanted to note actually for future reference in case I forgot. There's actually some planks here. So in the future, if we come and train construction, we could cut our own, but I think we need to go to the sawmill to be able to convert our own planks. So we can grab some here if we don't have the sawmill. Also in this house here where there's a little range, there's a kebab. So we've got some food there that we can pick up. Or, again, like I said, we can come and fish and then cook. And then where the chicken coop is, there's also some eggs. So if we need them in the future for cooking or like a quest for like cook's assistant, we can come and get that as well. Let's pick up the glass blowing pipe. We'll need that later. And let's cook our seaweed. Now, I was just thinking, I forgot to mention, in the church area, where the altar is, there's actually a little like a candle stand where you can thieve from, and I've tried this on my main and it's actually quite difficult to steal from it. My main's about like 50 thieving or something like that. I know it's not exactly high, but it's not low either for like a very low XP giving like way of training thieving. But it is possible to train thieving here. It might be very annoying, but if we do need thieving for whatever reason, we can come here and train. Hopefully, we'll get a better method quicker, because I thought there were men and women on Intrana, but there actually aren't, so we can't thieve from anyone except for the candle over there. And again, if we need a light source, we can come and steal a candle. But I don't think we need a candle anytime soon, hopefully not. Right, let's go ahead and make some molten glass, and then we can get this crafting XP going. 6 crafting, 7 crafting, 8 crafting. So I was playing around on Intranet and I was trying to find out different ways you can make money, because as I've noted, there's quite a lot of like pickups that you can get from Intrana. However, you can't actually sell any of them to the herbal shop. Can we sell these lanterns though? No, that's so annoying. Pestle and mortar here if we need one as well, and I have newt, which is really awesome. Oh, and they sell vials, so we don't have to make our own. So that's really awesome, because sometimes vials and pestle and mortars are really difficult to get without a herbal shop. So we're lucky enough to have these. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop these lanterns because they're absolutely no good to us. If we unlock a general store soon, then we'll be able to go ahead and sell stuff there. But at the moment, the only money maker we have is making molten glass and selling it to Fritz, which is a bit rubbish, but that's all we have, and we just have to deal with what we have. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get 31 crafting here. And then I think I'll jump back when there's something interesting to say or update you guys on. But at the moment, pretty slow grind. We've just got to deal with it and get on with it, really. So yeah, I'll be back when there's something of note. So I just wanted to jump on over again, just to show you guys something. First random event of the account, Dr. Jekyll. I don't have a quam leaf, so that's not going to happen. So I got a nice strength potion. I don't know if I'm going to use that. Yeah, I think I'm just going to drop it. That's painful. But I think it's probably best if I drop it. But I just want to let you guys know that I actually didn't realise something Level 26 crafting is an oil lantern. However, you don't make those from blowing glass. You use a empty oil lamp, which I've been making with a lantern frame, I think. And I guess that gives you some sort of crafting XP. But yeah, so we'll be doing oil lamps until level 31. It is level 31, isn't it? Let me just go ahead and check. Grab more seaweed. Where are we? Lost City. Lost City. Why can't I say it? There we go. Yeah, level 31 crafting. So we'll be doing oil lanterns till level 31 crafting. So yeah, we are level 25 at the moment, and as you guys have already seen, I grabbed a farming level as well, which came from breaking weeds. I've just been doing it every time I went over to the range. So yeah, super slow, but I thought I might as well do it while I'm here. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know, if you're enjoying the series, make sure you leave me a big like on the video. It really helps. And if you're new, well, you probably are going to be new because it's my first series. Make sure you subscribe as well, guys, if you're interested in the challenge. It's going to get really cool. I'm really excited about it already. I know it's been off to a somewhat slow start, but I've saved you guys the aggro of watching all that, and yeah, so 25 crafting, almost at 31. Hello, whoever this is. Yeah, so make sure you leave me a big thumbs up, guys, and a subscribe, and I'll be really appreciative of that. So I think I'm going to jump back when we get to 31 crafting, unless we get another random. That should be interesting. I'm waiting for an XP lamp or a book of knowledge. If you guys are knowledgeable about only Iron Mans or Iron Men, then XP lamps and book of knowledge are actually somewhat of an issue, not an issue, but a hot topic, shall I say, because you have to kind of use them very tactically and think about what you want to use them in. I've got an idea of what I want to use my XP lamps in, but I don't want to share that just yet. I'm going to wait until we physically have one so I can speak through that or talk through that or whatever. So yeah, I'll see you guys again when I get 31 crafting. So I'm just about to go over to the furnace to make my last piece of molten glass, and then craft it into an oil lamp. I should get the level at the molten glass. So here comes 31 crafting, which means we now have the crafting requirement to do Lost City. There we go, fantastic. Right, just quickly throw this into the lamp. Amazing, awesome, so exciting. So yeah, crafting is now temporarily done. Now that I have 31 crafting, check it out on Lost City. There we go. 31 crafting has been checked off. Now that means that I can officially leave Antrana. There is not a lot more I can do here except for when I get the equipment I need from Port Sarim, which I'm going to be doing in the next episode. So let's go over to our world map. Actually, before we do that, let's take the boat back to Port Sarim, and then I can show you guys how this works with the plugin that I use. So Port Sarim looks a bit strange. It's all sort of like black and white. So now that I've unlocked this area, I can go ahead to my world map and I can unlock it. So as you can see in the distance, you've still got the black and white. Draenor is in black and white. Yeah, it's pretty much. Oh, and the bottom end of Port Sarim. So I don't have access to the, I think it's a charter ship. I think the charter ship is down here, if I remember correctly. So I don't have access to the charter shop, which is annoying because I sell some quite useful things, actually. So we are now done for the moment with Antrana, and we will come back in the next episode after exploring what Port Sarim has on offer. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys know of all the different things that we have to achieve in Port Sarim. I don't think it's going to be a lot of things. We have a food shop here. We need to take a look and see what they have there. But the main thing that I can see straight off the bat, we've got the spirit tree patch. But as I said, I'm sort of working on farming very slowly. I think I'm like short of 3 farming. Yeah, 32 XP. But the main thing that I'm looking at here is we have the ruin shop, which means we can start training mage, because we're going to need mage for or magic, sorry. We're going to need magic to complete Lost City, because I'm going to be able to safe spot the tree spirit at the end of that quest. But I'm also looking at the battle axe shop. So I'm thinking I might train mage next episode. I don't know. I'm definitely going to be doing fishing and cooking. That's definitely going to happen. When it comes to training mage or maybe combat, maybe we could do that. We'll see. We'll see. But I need to check out what they have, the shops have on offer, and then I'll make a decision on what I want to do. But for now, guys, I'm going to leave you here at the end of episode 1 of One Chunk Woman Challenge. I want to thank you guys so much for watching as well. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please don't forget to give me a huge like. It really helps, guys, especially if this is my first video. And don't forget to subscribe to see more, guys. Thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you next time. Take care, guys. Bye.